Welcome to Pittsfield Community Television's 25th annual coverage of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. Live from Park Square in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. PCTV, Pittsfield's public, education, and government access organization, is thrilled to once again bring to you local coverage of our hometown parade, continuing a tradition dating back to 1988. Our staff and community volunteers are dedicated to bringing this fine live event to you in your home. Today's parade hosts are Patrick Kelly of the Pittsfield Parade Committee and Jody Cordana of Pittsfield Community Television. PCTV is pleased to thank our generous underwriters, without whose support our coverage would not be possible. Those underwriters include the Crown Plaza Hotel, Pittsfield; Villa Self-Storage, East Street, Pittsfield; Remax Integrity, Elm Street, Pittsfield; and Scarafoni Associates, downtown Pittsfield. Today's web stream coverage is brought to you by a generous donation from Time Warner Cable. Further support for today's telecast provided by NBCTC, Dalton Community Cable, CTSB, WillieNet, and the City of Pittsfield. Craft services for today's parade are provided by Baba Louie's Wood-Fired Pizza, Depot Street, Pittsfield; The Marketplace Cafe, North Street, Pittsfield; Price Chopper Supermarket at Berkshire Crossing, Pittsfield; The Donut Man, North Street, Pittsfield; and Big Y Supermarket, West Street, Pittsfield. Finally, we wish to offer a special thank you to the dedicated members of Pittsfield Community Television. This year's parade theme is America the Beautiful, and will feature over 150 acts, including tall balloons, beautiful floats, talented bands, local dignitaries, and plenty of parade excitement. And now, here are your hosts, Patrick Kelly and Jody Cordana.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2013 Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. I'm Jody Cordana of Pittsfield Community Television.
And I'm Pat Kelly with Time Warner Cable and the Pittsfield Parade Committee. And we're in for a treat. But before we get underway with the actual parade, which is moving its way down the street, I can hear in the distance, we would ask all of you to stand now and salute our country with the singing of our national anthem from Denise Billow. She's a paraprofessional with Egremont School and also a member of Dave Grover's Doo-Wah Gang. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you to Denise Billows for that wonderful rendition of the national anthem.
And we're looking just down the street at the, and you can hear them in the distance, the pace car, the
There we
Pittsfield
go.
Police
You can
lead
see
vehicles.
the pace and the police coming right up the line. And again, as we were saying, we've got over, I think we said over 170 units
Yes,
expected
we
to
do.
see today, and they are ready to go. That coordination, this is where it all pays off.
So strap yourselves in, wear your seatbelts.
I don't know if you really need seatbelts
You
with the
don't
pace
think?
they go.
I don't know, just caution, that's
And
all.
this is our police lead vehicles and our pace car behind it.
Part of the tradition of the parade, always led by the Pittsfield Police.
It's fitting for the exciting atmosphere you have. I really think they enjoy going down the route, blowing their horns and sirens.
It always astounds me the number of people that we get year after year. It's been estimated up to 70,000.
Wow. It does not surprise me in the least if you look up and down the route and people setting up overnight. They're here at the crack of dawn. We think we're the only ones here setting up. That is not true.
That number's been challenged, but I challenge anyone to go out and count.
I was driving into town this morning and I saw everybody up there before I was, getting themselves together and getting themselves settled in, reading newspapers.
And of course, this year's parade theme, America the Beautiful. I think I'll get that in between the next couple of bursts. America the Beautiful, land that I love.
Very good. Good timing. Okay, we're going to be followed up by the pace car, and this is pretty much what you would think. It's the car that sets the whole pace of the entire parade. And the theme is Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross pacing the parade this year.
That's Wild Bill Knowles and Betsy Ross, played by Corey Knowles.
Now they're riding in a 2003 Chevrolet SSR Super Sport Roadster, fondly named Bertha. They have a 12-foot high American flag, Massachusetts flag, and the city of Pittsfield flag.
And here
riding
comes the
along with them.
Pittsfield High School marching band.
Yes, and we have the police honor guard leading the band.
And our award-winning local high school band, the Pittsfield Generals. Let's give a listen.
James E. Callahan, Berkshire County, Chapter 65, Vietnam Veterans of America.
And winner of this year's Grand Marshal's Award. A float depicting a bunker. And the Vietnam Veterans of America Wall in Washington, D.C.
I recommend anybody who has the opportunity see it. And being followed by the 2012 Veteran of the Year, Francis Tremblay.
And the 104th Fighter Wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard.
Yes, they're going to be following up the Veteran of the Year. Now, they have volunteers participating in parades and funerals since it was activated in 1947.
They started a base honor guard program in 1990, consisting of just 7 volunteers. Now we have the Charles A. Persip American Legion Post 68 Color Guard and marchers.
welcoming the members of the American Legion Post 68.
And this is the Red Knights Drum and Bugle Corps from Pittsfield. Let's give them a listen.
And here we have our VFW Honor Guard.
Formed by the late Colonel Greg Young.
Now they're 15 strong, and they're under the command of Dick LaFlame. And that is Pittsfield Lieutenant John N. Truden, VFW Post 448 that you're seeing now, led by Commander Arnold Paris, who is also chairman of the Civil War Monument Restoration Committee. And here we have the Liberty Bell balloon that we're looking at right now, that iconic symbol of American independence from Philadelphia. It was formerly placed in the steeple of the Pennsylvania State House, which is now renamed Independence Hall.
And another great kickoff to our patriotic parade.
Followed up by our Patriot Guard.
And their mission is to honor and support our military and to assist at various functions around the country.
Now what you're seeing are 40 or 50 motorcycles that are, believe it or not, part of the Patriot Guard unit. They're also members of the exact same unit.
Oh, what the heck? Let's give them a listen.
Don't get music like that every day. That is music to a lot of people's ears. They love that. And here we have the Marine Corps League Detachment, number 137.
All veterans from World War II.
And we're followed by the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 15. giving their waves to the crowd.
It's exciting for everybody, the participants and the viewers. And now we have the Dalton American Legion Post 155.
Now we have the Ghent VFW Post 5933 color guard coming our way. Following up to the VFW Dalton Post.
And the Ghent VFW serves as the color guard for the Ghent Band, and the commander is Ralph King.
You're actually still seeing Dalton on your screen.
The VFW Post 9566. And here's the Ghent Band from
Here
Ghent,
they are now.
New York. Ghent Band making their 24th consecutive appearance in the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. And now you're looking at Soldier On.
Now, Soldier On is a nonprofit organization dedicated to changing the end of the story for homeless veterans in America.
And Soldier On serves veterans by providing housing, treatment, training, and education in an environment of integrity, dignity, and hope.
Now, it's here that the veterans complete this transition from, hopefully, homelessness to homeownership. And a very powerful Soldier On van.
And now you're looking at the 1965 Carmen Ghia. And now you're not. Italian War veterans. Father Contino, Post 75.
And here we have our Here at Home committee. Let's give them a listen. And we have the Berkshire Conservatives, a living flag, as you can see, living up to its name.
Purple mountain, shining sea, fruited plain, and amber waves of grain.
It's made up of people of all ages and backgrounds. And that's what the flag in the country is supposed to be all about. And we have our Grand Marshal coming up. And here she comes,
Mary Kay O'Brien.
riding in a 1969 Cadillac convertible.
Longtime Register of Deeds for Central Berkshire, many, many years. Long time involvement with the Democratic Party here in Berkshire County. Raised 7 daughters, 59 years of marriage.
And I will tell you, people across the board were thrilled when they heard that Mary was our Grand Marshal this year.
I certainly was. I've known Mary for a number of years, and she's just a wonderful person.
And a really positive representation of the community in Pittsfield.
And there she is.
A little low in the parade. Upcoming is Billy G and the Blue Zone.
Funky rhythm and blues groove with a hot, tasteful guitarist and soulful vocals and harmonies. Let's give these guys a listen.
Okay, we have our City of Pittsfield elected officials.
And there's Mayor Dan Bianchi waving to the crowd wearing the suit. A warm day for that. And of course the City Council itself trailing right behind with Paul Capitanio, Chris Connell, Anthony Simonelli, Melissa Mazzio.
Yes, and we also have, as we said, Kevin Sherman, Jonathan Lothrop, Christine Young, Kevin Morandi, John Kroll, Barry Claremont, and Churchill Cotton.
And there they are.
As well as the Pittsfield School Committee that just went by with them as well. You're seeing Alf Barbalunga, Daniel Elias, Kathy Amuso, James Conan, Terry Kinnis, and Catherine Young.
And Governor Deval Patrick also with our local elected officials.
And every year would not be complete without Miss Cookie Crumble going by.
Yes, her real name is Adam. So shield your eyes from her dazzling, oh, whatever.
Now there is a representation.
Of what? She has protection, and she absolutely needs it.
She has her own personal Secret Service that accompanies her every year.
And now the Berkshire Highlanders. Let's give them a listen. and the Pittsfield Police Department. And one of their new vehicles. And there's Chief Wynn.
Now that is the Berkshire County Special Response Truck. Followed up by the Pittsfield Fire Department.
Led by Chief Robert Shewinski.
This is a 90-member department.
And we need every one of them.
It's an amazing job they do.
8,000 calls a year. Can you imagine that? Do the math.
Yeah. Now, they don't only provide fire prevention, they also provide inspection services, technical and dive rescue, hazmat, and emergency medical services.
Don't worry, guys. There will not be a fire today.
Oh, and a happy retirement to Steve.
What a lucky guy.
I think that's Steve we're looking at right now.
I would bet you that for the kids watching, either curbside or at home, the fire departments are one of the most exciting parts of the parade.
I would say it's exciting for the kids riding on that truck right now, too.
Yeah.
That is quite an experience.
And a nice view.
Yeah, not everybody is able to say that they once were able to ride on the fire truck in a major
Yeah.
parade.
And it only happens once a year.
And one of my favorites, their little smart car.
We're told that it's actually a food car.
All I know is it looks like a lot of fun. I will own one. And here we have 2 jazz fish balloons going by.
Walking fish. That's a little scary.
And playing the saxophone at that.
That's even scarier. What are those hooks?
I guess it's all how you interpret it.
It's all in what you see.
You really don't see jazz fish walking around very much, so.
That was the first for me. Now we have our state legislative delegation with our state congressman, Richard Neal, and we have Benjamin Downing, State Representative Tricia Farley-Bouvier, and State Representative Smitty Pignatelli.
Yes, and State Representative Paul Mark and State Representative Galen Caridi. And we have the Berkshire County Sheriff's Office.
With Sheriff Thomas Bowler and deputy sheriffs. The This includes, of course, the Honor Guard, including the motorcycle unit and also community service vehicles of the Sheriff's Department. And there's our sheriff. Here are the Corvettes of the Berkshires.
Now, they were founded in 1975, and they currently have 52 members from Massachusetts and New York State. They go everywhere: weekend getaways, car shows, cruise-ins, charity functions.
And there will be a charity function they'll be attending on July 20th to benefit Berkshire County Kids Place at Bedard Brothers in Cheshire. That'll be from 9:30 to 2 on July 20th. A fitting location.
Very stunning vehicles that they have as part of their collection.
Yes, and of course it looks a lot like my car.
I saw you zip up this morning in that.
We have the Morningside and West Side Initiative and the Tyler Street Business Group.
Now, these are just neighbors as part of the community that just work together to improve the overall quality of your neighborhoods.
And on July 27th, they're going to have their own event on Tyler Street, the 4th annual Discover Tyler.
Samuel Harrison Society.
And the Connecticut Patriots Senior Ancient Fife and Drum Corps from Plainville, Connecticut. Let's give them a listen. And here's the Massachusetts State Police.
It looks like a vintage vehicle.
Sure does.
Now, the state police were originally started in 1865. They are the oldest state police agency in continuous service, and followed up immediately by the Philmont Fire Company.
With an 1860 hose cart. And also winner of the Best Commercial or Nonprofit Award for this year's parade.
We have the American Cancer Society making strides against breast cancer, 2013. A lot of community support. They're always looking for more. And we're seeing the Berkshire County 4-H with Hancock Shaker Village and the Pittsfield Agricultural Commission.
What a great combination. We have a 1966 Farmall 706, a a 62 Massey Ferguson Super 90. And a 61 Farmall 460 diesel.
That is our Salvation Army float. Johnny Appleseed is the theme.
Happy 4th of July!
Also a winner of this year's Judges Special Recognition Award.
And here we have Berkshire County Head Start, serving children and families for more than 45 years.
Helping kids get ready for school.
We have the Cummington Fire Department.
And that's a 2005 Smeal all-wheel drive pumper. That can pump 1,500 gallons per minute.
That is very powerful.
Are we at Fenway? Is it the 8th inning already?
Now, the murals on the sides of the vehicle depict the events of 9/11.
And here's United Cerebral Palsy Association of Berkshire County.
Now, they work to advance the independence, productivity, and citizenship of children and adults with physical and developmental disabilities.
And there they are, UCP.
And you see in the distance the Devonshire bus.
Independent senior lifestyle that's carefree.
And here we have our Bert balloon.
So where's Ernie?
Looks like Bert's doing this one solo.
Been part of Sesame Street's main cast since the 60s.
Now that is 30 feet tall and 13 feet wide.
And over 200 cubic feet of helium.
Although it looks like they're actually pulling it along. And a large group of handlers, of course. Now these are members of the Kiwanis Club working to move Bert down the parade route today.
And now approaching the St. Peter's Drum Corps. Organized in 1930.
They've performed in 21 countries and 15 states, including Alaska. Let's give them a listen.
St. Peter's Drum Corps. And let's give a shout out to our friends from Unico.
Taking their moment in the sun, literally and figuratively.
Oh, yeah. Unico does so much for our community in what they contribute financially, also with their time.
Okay.
And here's their special vehicles.
And they are also carrying with them the animal Muppet balloon.
6,000 cubic feet of helium.
Yeah, that's a large one. This one is 20 feet high and 50 feet long. And we all enjoy Animal of the Muppets. He's always a fun character.
He'll get back to his drumming later on today.
Looks like he's positioning himself like Superman flying over the crowd.
Town of Russell, well represented. As I said, we have fire trucks and groups from all over the country, or all over the county, I should
Laborers
say.
International Union Local 473.
That's right, since 1919. Proudly serving the Berkshires.
They have over 500 members.
And the town of Goshen.
And again, this is Laborers International Union Local 473 that you're seeing from our aerial shot. Now, they are a construction union that is responsible for building roads and buildings and bridges and all those sorts of things around the county.
So it's our infrastructure that they take care of.
having a temporary slowdown, as you can
Without trying to sound too biased, what is your favorite part of the parade?
see. My favorite part?
Your favorite part?
The host.
The host.
I gotta tell you, I love the balloons. I really love the balloons.
And this is the Berkshire Fatherhood Coalition. Hosting the Robin Zust Family Marionette Company's giant puppets.
And we have the Lennox Fire Department.
And just because it's the Lennox Fire Department, they also serve communities in the surrounding area.
Now they have a 1932 Stewart pumper that is currently undergoing restoration. That truck will be back next year. Out of commission for the moment.
Yeah, well, it's being restored thanks to funding from the Community Preservation Act.
And we have Bowie the Clown.
200 cubic feet of helium.
What parade is complete without a clown? Now he became a professional clown at age 9. Sounds like a calling.
It would have to be. But he's a wonderful performer, if you've never seen him.
We have the Uncle Sam Chorus of Troy, New York. Let's give them a listen.
And that's Uncle Sam. The Uncle Sam Chorus from Troy, New York. And we're now looking at the Pittsfield Piston Poppers.
Now they were originally founded in 1950. 1956, it was chartered by the National Hot Rod Association.
And it's one of the oldest chartered clubs in existence.
They still have original members, in fact. Now the main focus is preservation of automobiles and the 50s tradition to go right along with that.
I'll tell you, driving along this parade route a mile and a half in this heat, and that's slow, it's a piston popper.
Yeah, well, there have been known to be some vehicle failures due to the speed of
Right
the
near
parade.
Wacona Park, by the time they get there, there's so much carbon buildup because of the slowness of the pace.
You wouldn't really think that if you don't know much about automobiles, but it happens.
Especially with older cars like that. The older engines. And this is the Columbia and District Pipe Band from Nassau, New York. The bagpipes, that's my favorite.
Now we have the Retired Senior Volunteer Program, known as RSVP, with their Picnic in the Park float.
And that's Mary Gloria, RSVP's 2013 Volunteer of the Year, trailing right behind the float. Winner of this year's Mayor's Award, by the way, one of the top awards given for floats in the 4th of July parade. What a beautiful design.
So much effort goes into these floats. It's really great for them all to have a showcase. And we have the 3 clown balloons clowning around.
Are they? Or are they being serious right now?
And they're contortionists, as you can see. Walking on their hands the entire route of the parade. Now that is an impressive feat.
No, that's impressive hands.
I opened you right up for that one.
Yes, you did.
So we have the Pittsfield Irish Sister City Committee and the Irish American Club of Berkshire County joining forces for today's show.
It's been a great partnership since they started years ago with the Irish Sister City.
Happy 4th. Everybody stay well. Bye-bye.
The Berkshire County Irish Person of the Year is Bernie Flaherty, being driven in a convertible by Rob Dwyer.
The Irish Sister Cities and Dossers. The Dossers band.
Thank you very much. We're the Dossers. Happy Independence Day. Happy birthday, USA.
And welcome, Dossers,
And we have the Richmond Fire Department.
led by Chief Stephen Traver. 28 volunteers. Not all of them are here.
Yes, it's wonderful to see all the volunteer fire departments that can make it here today. That takes a lot of commitment to put yourself in that kind of situation just because you care so much about the community around you.
And the communities around them. They support not just Richmond, but also the surrounding communities.
That is correct.
It's a comforting thought.
It is very. Now they have with them 2 engines, 1 tanker, and 1 brush truck.
That's a lot of vehicles for a small
And an
town.
ambulance.
That's even comforting too, to know that they've got so much equipment well maintained. And for those of you unfamiliar with the terrain in Berkshire County, Richmond is just to the south of Pittsfield. Another gorgeous view of South Street.
You can see a lot of fun things coming our way. And we have the Norman Rockwell Museum here with us today. Now this summer, the museum is paying tribute to Walt Disney. We have these two American icons together with a special exhibition celebrating the 75th anniversary of the first feature-length animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
And that was Snow White right there.
There she is.
And there's Norman Rockwell. What a
In
likeness.
person.
That would be magic.
Yes, it would. Oh, one of the infamous self-portraits. That's actually one of my favorites as well.
I think that brush is going to dry out by the time he gets finished. The Angry Birds balloon.
Wouldn't it be funny to watch that catapulted across Park Square?
Well, they are birds.
And if you haven't played the Angry Birds game, I recommend it for a bad day.
I've heard a lot about it, but I have yet to play the game. I know some people are hooked on this.
It'll get you laughing no matter what's going on. It's completely random.
And
The
these guys,
plot is random, and yeah, I tell you, it's aptly named. Those are some angry little birds. Today they're big, but they're little tiny birds on your screen. And there's a little pig that they're always trying to take down.
well, I guess somebody here has played the game.
Maybe a few times.
And here come the Pittsfield Suns. Also a winner of this year's Judges Special Recognition Award. And they're playing tonight at Wacona Park. A tradition that goes back a long time.
So they're heading right down to their field.
They'll be playing tonight just prior to the fireworks display at Wacona. So it's going to be a long day of activities in and around Pittsfield.